Let's try to find out more. We have with us tonight suspended Cebu City Mayor Mike Rama. Thanks for joining us this evening, Mayor. Can you hear me okay?
Good evening. I'd like to correct, it's preventively, not just diretso, suspended.
Preventively suspended. Okay.
Preventively suspended.
Right. Correct.
Second, of course, I have, and I thank God that I have filed the certificate of candidacy today. And that's why I've been interviewed and I called the whole event euphoric. God's triumph, Senior Santo Niño as well, and all the saints in a victorious stand. Pareho din ng mga tao na bumuboto sa akin sumasama. It's a triumphant morning. Now, I cannot be commenting, ladies, because as of today, it's just like the preventive, what I call suspension that occurred last time. I do not have copy yet. I do not know why copies are being distributed and me, supposed to be the one na pinag-uusapan, wala akong kopya. Saka, I would like to correct, yung brother-in-law ko, brothers, 2015 pa, hired na yan. Isa, 2020, hired na rin.
Right.
Ang nangyayari, ako ay nagpapakasal ng asawa ko. Pero since 32 years ago, wala po akong bloodline na ina-hire in the city of Cebu. Kaya
Right.
I am feeling really disenchanted kasi kung babasahin lang yung lahat na sinasabi ng mga lawyers ko, wala akong kasalanan. Wala.
Right. Mayor,
Wala.
Mayor, yeah, let's unpack some of those strands. Number one, I'm sorry that you haven't gotten a copy of the decision, but we have, and I read part of it. The Ombudsman says has ordered your dismissal from service as well as your permanent ban from public office for you. What is your, I know you filed your COC today, but what is your next step from here on once you receive the decision?
We will cross the bridge when we reach there, ladies. Because right now, this is not the first time when we had the illegal or the so-called preventive suspension, ganun din. Mabuti pa yung newspaper na una. Mabuti pa yung mga tao na lalaman. Ba't wala akong kopya? Wala. Saka, I will be fighting all of this even up to Supreme Court.
To be fair, Mayor Rama, nabanggit naman po no, yung side niyo na yung brothers-in-law nyo nga are already in or were already hired by the city government, no? Yung isa sa ospital, yung isa sa City Hall, if I'm not mistaken. And your wife was also part of City Hall, right?
Yes, before.
Correct.
Before I got the marriage and before love affair got into the picture.
The thing is, though, Mayor, what they're saying is like, you said daw something na, kumbaga, nakaligtaan nyo lang na ma-vet, na...
Totoo.
Oo.
Can
you tell us how that... ano ba nangyari doon, Mayor?
Kasi kung titingnan mo, 11,000 yung employees ng City Hall. Saka nangyari ito during Odette. Kaya pag tinitingnan mo yung lahat ng plantilla, di naman diretso sa akin eh. Galing pa yan sa personal department. Saka sa personal department, nagsicertify yan that this whole list of 11,000 employees expected to have complied the certain civil service law, which would have included, and I presume, that role on nepotism. Kaya I do not want to be discussing the nitty-gritty because I knew at the outset, being the lawyer, mayroon po ako instruction. Kaso lang, alam mo, pag mayroon ka instruction, pag hindi yan, not heeded, you'll all end up, at the end of the day, but I will repeat, kasalanan ko ba umibig ako ng asawa ko.
Right.
Saka pag-ibig ko ng asawa ko, ang nangyari yung nagtrabaho na sa City Hall since 2015, 2020, ay nawawala ng trabaho.
Yeah.
At saka ako ay nagiging, ito na nangyayari sa akin.
Right, but
Hindi
Mayor,
ako hihinto.
Mayor Rama, isn't it also true that those two gentlemen, Elmer and Gomer, their contracts were renewed under your term in 2022 from July to December? So that was a
You have to
renewal of
remember,
their contracts.
2015, ibang mayor yon.
Yeah, pero
Tapos
na-renew po
2000,
yung
ibang
contract.
mayor yon.
Right, but
Kaya pagdating sa akin, it is just a continuation the way I look at it, but I made some instruction already. Made some instruction. Yung isa maging confidential, yung isa maging, there was already set an instruction. Pero alam mo naman, kung talagang hinahanap yung liig ni Juan Bautista, ito na. Buti na lang, June 24 natapos na. Ito na. Pero hindi ako hihinto. Hindi. Wala po akong kasalanan. Wala.
so why did you renew them, Mayor? Did you not know that that's against the rules, against the law?
You're saying it, yung sinasabi ko, it's Aryan trabaho, hindi sa akin. Human resource yan na trabaho. 11,000 yan employees. Kasama sila. Dapat yung HR, alam na alam nila, they should have put all these things in the proper perspective bago ko napirmahan. So pinakahuli ako nagpirma dyan. Pinakahuli. 11,000 employees.
So sa pagkakaintindi nyo po, yung brothers-in-law po ninyo, their employment by the City Hall was legal at the time that you
Of
signed
course,
it.
from the beginning, it's all legal. And they have been renewed, by, including to mayors,
Pero-
until I got married.
Pero alam po ninyo that they were being renewed.
No, they being renewed, but I'm saying they ought to be renewed as a confidential. They ought to be renewed to another office. But, you know, I'm telling you, pag binasa lang, mabasa nga nila para malaman nilang wala akong malice, walang bad faith, walang.
Okay, Mayor, to be honest, I find this a little bit funny that you've been found guilty of nepotism at a time that, you know, we see COCs filed here and there, and we see families filing them together. Parang nakakatawa po parang hindi po natin alam saan
Pero safe to say, ganito na lang.
mailulugar yung mga bagay-bagay. Pero I wanted to know a little bit about Jonel Saceda, the one who filed the case in 2023.
I do not want to be, how do you call it? I do not want to say further. I wish, because we're going to proceed. If indeed there is a copy, send it to me. Because right now, I do not have a copy. So nothing received, nothing supposed to be deserving for comment of such a direction na ginagawa yung sinasabi nyo. Wala ako nakikita kasi wala akong kopya.
Open naman daw po for appeal pa. That's what the Ombudsman said. So I'm guessing, Mayor, you will take that avenue once you get a copy, of course.
Alam mo, mabuti kayong talutlo maging lawyer. Kasi puro kayo babae. Kaya ako'y
Okay.
totoo. Should I be punished
Okay.
for marrying my wife? And should it be a basis? Because I married my wife, two of them who have been in government since 2015 and 2020, respectively, should lose their job. Can you please make a judgment along that way?
But I guess as a public official, you're expected to know what is allowed and not, what is
I
ethical
knew.
and not.
Ladies, I knew it. That's why I did my part. That's why it's all about human resource department. Ought to be. I cannot be taking one page and looking at where are my brother-in-law. That's 11,000. And it's Odette. You know what is Odette?
Yes, the
Baka
bagyo. Yung bagyo po.
tinitingnan ko yan, wala pang ilaw eh.
Hindi,
Candlelight
casual
pa.
employment kasi yung sa 2022.
Kaya nga eh.
For 1 year.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Let's move on. You haven't got a copy of the decision, but we'll maybe call you back in once you do. But you filed your COC today. What's going to be your campaign strategy next year? Let's say the legalities are cleared and you are allowed to campaign and run.
You know, I've been out and I find it really already a constructive dismissal. 6 months. Buti na lang hindi dinagdag na 3 para manganak na 9 months. Eh, wala naman akong kasalanan. Ngayon, you're talking about my platform, it barog Cebu City, and that's still making Cebu City Singapore-like and Melbourne pictures. Each of these acronym, meron niyang meaning. Ito na nangyayari, ang daming nasisira ng policy ko. Ang daming project inihinto. Maraming project even sinulog, iniiba. Alam mo naman, sinulog for the past 2 years has to be at SRP. Gusto na lang ibalik. Eh, ayaw ko naman yung stand na yan kasi nakakatakot. Mayroong mga stampede or whatever. So, lahat yan gagawin ko pa. Tutuloy pa. Marami po. Making the lives of the poor better, the middle class comfortable, and the rich to share. Saka tuwirin yung maluktot, pagandahin yung hindi masyadong maganda, pabangin yung babantot, at saka ayusin yung garbage, and the last, make order what is crooked. Lahat yan, mga project ko, 600 yan. Ang iba natatapos na, yung iba itutuloy. Kaya pagbalik ko po, pagdadasalin niyo ako, ladies, Lady Gretchen, Sean, and Regina, you pray for me. This is not an ordinary ordeal. And because of love, I got into this trouble.
Okay.
And because
Okay,
of
Mayor
nothing
Rama,
about,
We cannot.
that's why I cannot understand why the Ombudsman did not read. They should have read all the
Mayor Rama?
details.
Mayor Rama, can I interrupt you to ask you about your current case, no? So you were preventively suspended for 6 months. I think, based on my calculation, roughly 2 months left, right? What have you been doing since you're preventively suspended? Pero parang nagtatrabaho pa rin naman po kayo based
Yes.
on your Facebook page.
It's a
Can you
negative, positive po.
How do
It
you?
has become positive. I have practically went 3 times of the 80 barangays. Babalik na naman ako with my son, to tell the whole and sundry, bakit naman ganito? Ano ba ito?
Yeah.
Should I be punished? But anyhow, I am very thankful. You look at me, I'm smiling because I embrace Senior Santo Niño. Saka, yung faith ko po, ladies, ay talagang nandyan. Yung belief ko, hindi yan madidisturb. At saka, yung courage ko ay palaging nandyan. Nandyan man naman asawa ko. Nandyan yung 2 anak ko. Saka yung isang 4-year-old ko anak.
Right.
Sila po ay adrenaline ko po. At saka lahat ng mga supporters ko na naniniwala sa akin. Sila yun. They are the wind beneath my wings.
Mayor?
If you lose, so yun nga, we've gotten the Ombudsman decision, but let's say you take it to the Supreme Court, but you still lose, what's going to happen? Are you going to ask your...
I do not think I will lose in the Supreme Court. I even believe I will win at the Court of Appeals. And I still believe if a motion for reconsideration will be in place and it will hit the heart of Martires, the Ombudsman, justice, and give me fairness.
Okay.
Give me impartiality, and I will invoke. Should I be punished? Should I be punished for marrying my wife?
Okay. Mayor, we can't obviously side with any candidates, but we wish you well. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Big Story
Maraming
tonight to talk
salamat
about
din,
the case.
ladies.
That was preventively suspended. I should add that qualifier. Preventively suspended Cebu City Mayor Mike Rama.